Worst area, a lot of people say, in Detroit, but it's also home, the zip code, to the highest population of youth in Detroit.
Stop violence! Stop violence!
Because someone has to care that entire blocks of a city are evaporating right before your eyes.
The city is definitely changing in so many ways, and in 2011, zip code 48205 was called Detroit's deadliest neighborhood. But now the people of the Osborne community are coming together and changing things. They are doing it with the help of Life Remodeled. Joining me this morning to talk about the new film and the Osborne neighborhood and the project, Chris Lambert. He is the Life Remodeled CEO. Chris, welcome aboard, first of all.
Lee, great to be here with you this morning.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Now, talk about the Osborne neighborhood. Why did Life Remodeled choose the Osborne neighborhood, or did the Osborne neighborhood choose you?
Yeah, it really goes both ways. So the two things we look for are significant need and radical hope. The need, as you just illustrated, was obvious with the blight, the crime that had plagued Osborne, but the hope is in the resilience of the residents and the students of this neighborhood. For instance, the school graduated less than 50% of their students 5 years ago.
Talking about Osborne High?
Osborne High School.
Yeah.
Now they're graduating 80% in a 5-year turnaround.
Wow.
So pretty amazing story.
Talk about what Life Remodeled is for someone who's never heard of your organization, your group.
Absolutely. We're a Detroit nonprofit. We remodel lives, one neighborhood at a time.
I like the way you roll on that. Yeah, good. I like the way you described that. Good job.
And our strategy involves remodeling a lot of physical spaces and structures. So we remodel schools, we remodel houses of kids who attend that school, and we remove blight on hundreds of blocks surrounding the school. But all of that's about relationships.
A lot of people talk about doing stuff like that, but it costs a lot of money. How do you do it in a cost-effective way?
Well, we're very cost effective. So last year's project was about a $5.5 million project. We've already, ran all the numbers and been audited, and less than 5% was spent on administration. So very cost effective.
Right.
And about $1 million of that was cash. The rest was in-kind donations of labor and material.
In kind meaning volunteers.
Very
community
kind.
coming together. Communities
Absolutely.
coming together to help itself, which is amazing to me. Where'd you get the idea? Is it true you got it from one of those TV shows?
Yeah, I used to watch Extreme Makeover Home Edition.
It's
I
a cool
cried
show.
every time I watched it.
It was a cool show to watch, watching a
It was
community come
powerful.
together to help someone.
And that's what you're going to see in this film, Life in Osborne. You're going to see the resilience of the neighborhood, the residents, the students, and the intertwining of people who never would have known each other otherwise than the common bond and the common belief we need to help revitalize Detroit.
Can this be done again in another Detroit neighborhood? Does it need to be done again? Are you looking at doing it again?
Yes, 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 and it will be done again in Denby, which is also on the northeast side, next summer.
Wow, talk about when volunteers come out. There's a lot of blight in Detroit. When volunteers come out, what strikes you the most about the people who offer their services free?
Yeah.
And it must be a multitude of people. It's not just people using the, hands-on work. It must be a lot of people. Talk about who the volunteers are.
Yeah. A couple of things strike me. One, it's very clear that people, men, women, children across this nation have a very strong charitable focus at this time in history, which is amazing and is making a huge impact. And what we see when people are entering into the city of Detroit is that's really where everybody's hearts and focus are right now, because we used to do a lot of work outside the city, but we're finding just such a strong magnetism. People who have not had experience in the city, or even people who had bad experiences in the past for whatever reason, now is the time they want to come back and make an impact. So they're coming
about
from all
businessmen.
over.
You're talking about people donating.
Businesses, churches, nonprofits, people from.
How many?
Well, about 10,000 people
Wow.
in 6 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
What kind of things do you do in the high school?
In the school, we remodeled the gym, ripped up the old floor, the old bleachers. We repurposed that wood and put it in the cafeteria. And we expanded the cafeteria. We did the main office, the library. But the biggest project and most ambitious was replacing and repairing the roof over this 150,000 square foot school.
Wow, it's an amazing story. So people can come out. There's a red carpet event. Tell us about that.
There's a red carpet event, and it's produced by Walter V. Marshall. He and you have something in common.
Which is?
You both are Emmy Award winners.
Nice.
He is very talented. He is a Detroiter. This is through a Detroiter's lens. It's about Detroit, but it's a movie for the world.
Yeah.
It's very inspirational.
All right, let's take a look at all the information right there on your screen. Tonight, 6 p.m., Detroit Institute of Arts. Tickets are only $10. LifeRemodeled.com is where you find more information. And maybe people will have more showings if they can't make it tonight. We'd love for you to come out tonight, but there'll hopefully be more opportunities in the future.
There are more showings online, and the $10 is actually a donation to the cause.
All right. Hey, keep doing what you're doing, man.
Thank you, Lee.
We appreciate it. We love to hear stories like this, and it's important for the world to see that Detroit is changing. If they know it or not, we're changing because we're changing.
You got it.
We're making it happen.
Let's do it.
Appreciate what you do, Chris. Good.